Hey guys, it's Elizabeth. I just wanted to talk about a pretty serious topic. I feel like some people would say that Christians talk about this too much, but I think that Christians don't really talk about this enough, especially in church and to like other Christians. So last week, one of my relatives passed away and I was close to her. It's sad for me because I didn't really expect that she was gonna go. Like, she was old, but she had been fine, and then suddenly within a couple days was gone. I didn't really get a chance to say goodbye, didn't get a chance to really see her and stuff like that. Anyways, so that is what has made me want to make this video, because some people won't get this if they haven't had somebody die, but there will be people who will understand this. It's really weird when somebody close to you passes away, because one minute they're there, you're talking to them, they're alive, they're breathing, they can touch you, you can feel them. You feel like they're never not going to be there, because that doesn't make sense. And the next minute they're literally non-existent. Like, you might think they're existent, but their body, it goes to ashes. Like, they're not even existing in the world anymore. It's a really weird feeling. I've had that quite a few times where somebody has died and I'm just thinking, but how? Like, how were they here yesterday and now they're not? How does that make sense? It's like it doesn't make sense in the human brain almost. So I wanted to talk about death today, like pretty topic. We actually cannot avoid it, and we're all going to die, and eventually we will all know the truth about what happens after we die. So I'm obviously a Christian and I believe in heaven and hell, and I understand that some people don't believe in that. They have the right not to believe in that if they don't want to. I'm just giving my opinion and my thoughts about it, because I have had a lot of people die in my life, and it has been a wake-up call every single time, because it really hits you that you never know when you're gonna die. Like, you never know. So I wrote down some things about death and just my explanation and my thoughts about it. And yeah, so most people, I would imagine, have an idea about what they think happens after death. Some people believe that when we die, nothing happens. We literally die and then we don't exist. We're in the ground. We literally are ashes and we're non-existent, and that's the end of the story. Some people believe that we come back as something else, either like another human or another animal, I believe it is. And we kind of repeat life, and it's like a cycle. Other people believe in heaven and hell. You've got some people who do believe in heaven and hell, where there's like steps before hell or steps after hell or something like that. But mainly it's those three things. You either believe that there is nothing, or you believe we come back, or there's a heaven and a hell, or a heaven and not a hell. That's sometimes a thing that people believe as well. So if there was nothing after death, then we don't really have much to worry about on this earth. It pretty much means that we can live our life as best as we can, or, you know, the way that we want to, and it's not going to affect the afterlife, because there is no afterlife. So if that is the case and we do become completely non-existent when we die, death doesn't impact really on our life now, and we don't really have much to worry about. If it was true that we came back as a different person, or we came back as an animal or something like that after death, then that also doesn't really affect us too much, and it means that really our life is just our life, and we don't have to sort of prepare, I guess, for the future as much, because when we die we get another chance, or we literally are nothing and we are non-existent anymore, if that makes sense. The only thing is, if Christianity is true, it sort of changes everything, because if there is a heaven and if there is a hell, we can't really fiddle with the idea that we're going to take a chance that it's not real. So if we are non-existent when we die, or if we come back as something else when we die, if either one of them is the truth, then we don't really have much to worry about in our time now. And the thing that I always think about, and I used to think about this all the time growing up, was that if heaven and hell is the truth, that means we have a lot to really take seriously. So there's a quote from C.S. Lewis, and he's explaining Christianity. He says this: "Christianity, if false, is of no importance, and if true, of infinite importance. The only thing it cannot be is moderately important." So pretty much, if Christianity is wrong, if heaven and hell is not true, then we don't have anything to worry about after we die, because I guess it means that we're either non-existent, or we come back as something else, or we all, live happily ever after somewhere. But if Christianity is true and heaven and hell is in fact the life after death, then it is literally of infinite importance, which means it's the most important thing in the whole entire world to consider. The only thing it cannot be is moderately important. So it can't be like kind of important. And this kind of reminds me of Christians who believe in God, but like sort of, but like, yeah, kind of, but like, I don't take hell seriously. Hell might not be real, but heaven is real. Like, that's the kind of thing that makes me think, hold on, that's not what the Bible tells us. That's not what Jesus tells us. So ultimately, if we don't exist after death, we're all right. And if we come back as something else after death, we're more than likely okay. But if heaven and hell is real, we really need to think about it. It's of infinite importance. And since my auntie has died, I've really thought about this a lot, because I've had people who have died who are fully for God. They know where they're going. They say, I'm going to be with God. I know on their deathbed, they feel like so confident that they know where they're going. But as for my auntie, like, I don't know where she's gone, and only God knows, I guess, but it is something really to think about. Whether you're a Christian or not, it's something to seriously not push aside. So if heaven is real, that is really awesome, and it means that we get to live in an incredible place for eternity. Everything is amazing. There is no pain. There is no sickness. Like, everything is full of pure joy. It means that after this life, we get a 20,000 times better life that goes on for eternity, and there is nothing bad about it, not even slightly. But if heaven is real, that means that hell is real. And that's what I guess is scary to some people. Some people don't want to think about it because they don't understand why a good God would, send people to hell and stuff like that. But the thing is, Jesus talked about hell. He talked about hell, and he didn't let it slide. He talked about it. He also said that there is a way out. He did not go, okay, there's a really horrible place that I don't want you to go to called hell, and yeah, that's the end of it. No, he said, but I have given you a way out. Follow me, trust me, put your life in my hands, and you don't have to go to hell. That's the thing. He gave us a choice. From what the Bible has told us, we know that hell is painful. Hell is not where God is, which means it is everything but good, and it is for eternity. So we know that we don't want to go there. Even the slightest bit of pain right now in this world hurts us. So if that goes on for eternity and you can never get out, you're gonna wish you had thought about it now. So anyways, I don't really know if all of this made sense because I'm kind of just speaking, I guess, from how I've been thinking lately. I just know that when somebody dies, I start thinking about eternity, and I just start thinking, well, now my auntie knows what happens after death and she can't even tell me. I need to take it in my own hands and take it seriously and study what people believe and what people think. So yeah, you know, you might still think it's not real, and that's like, okay, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. I'm going to say the C.S. Lewis quote again because it really is like the best description of Christianity.